Hey everyone. I wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about manifesting your goals for 2021. Today is Mindset Monday, and with that being said, we definitely try to focus on things to make your life a little better. And also, we focus on your mind. Your mind is so important. Honestly, 80% of your business is your mindset towards it. I've met a ton of people. Sorry, I'm trying to also share this to our group so that they get to see it as well. But with that being said, I've met a ton of people that okay, I'm done. You have my full focus. I met a ton of people that have become super successful in real estate and other avenues of their business. And when I ask them what's the difference, what do they feel is the difference between them and people that don't succeed, and they say, I never stopped, I never gave up, and I just believed wholeheartedly it would happen for me. I trusted my gut and that kind of stuff. And with that, I would see that all the time. So I had one student, she owned multiple businesses like me and like Laura, and I asked her, why do you feel you succeeded so quick in real estate? And she said, well, I've owned multiple businesses and they've all been successful. I did whatever it took. So I came into real estate with the same example that I've applied to my other businesses. So when you're starting out a new business, think of what you've done to be successful so far, even if it's small wins, even that kind of thing. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about what to do to manifest in 2021. Ignore my tree. I was out of town all weekend and I wasn't allowed to take it down before the epiphany. My mom got me all scared that I was going to have like bad luck if I did. So I still have this tree up because I haven't had time. I was gone at an art auction all weekend. And one of the things I did was to really set myself for 2021. I told myself that I was going to push past my limits. I was going to push past, the little comfort zone box you get in. And one of it was I decided to purchase an artwork that was way above what I was willing to spend. And in some cases that may be stupid to some people, but for people like us that believe in the fact that if you do something like that, you push yourself past your limits, you're going to reach the next level. And you hear this all the time, like in the book, You're a Badass, where she purchased an $80,000 program she didn't even really have the money for, but it took her to the next level. That's what I was reminded of at the art auction when I purchased a piece that was well above what I ever would want to spend on art right now. And it was a piece that really spoke to me, and I felt like, if I do this, it's going to take me to the next level. I truly believed that, and so I'll keep you updated. But with that being said, manifesting in 2021 is a lot like that. Having pieces in front of you that you see that you are trying to manifest. For example, my first artwork that I ever purchased was $4,500. I purchased it a couple of years ago, and it sits right in front of my desk. And I did that on purpose. I did it and I put it there because that was my first big jump for myself. And I wanted to see that every single day. And I've purchased multiple since then, but that one was a really big jump for me. I never in a million years thought I'd spend more than what I would pay at Home Goods for artwork, but that was a big jump, and I continue to make those strides. So with that being said, I wanted to bring an opportunity to you. This is at no cost to you. It's not joining anything or anything like that. It is that a couple of weeks ago decided I was going to remake a vision board. Now, a lot of people don't believe in these, but a lot of people do. And I'll give you an example of how I manifested stuff from years ago. I've talked about it before. If you've seen my video, How to Manifest Your Dream Home, I literally manifested that. That was something that I visualized for years. I actually did have it on an old vision board back from 2015. I just moved into my home in 2020. And so there was a lot of power in that. I was recently going through a divorce. It was terrifying me. I had a 2.5-year-old. I left with $5 to my name. So when I tell you that I started from nothing, I hit rock bottom. I was having panic attacks, anxiety attacks. I had to put myself into therapy. There was a lot of things. And one of the things that I knew I needed to do was put something in front of goals that I want to reach. And I did this on my bathroom because I went there to get ready every single day. And so I put goals, and my friend brought that to my attention the other day. She's like, do you remember when we did that and how we're living a lot of what we put down there? And I was like, yeah, actually I do. I think about that all the time. And so I had the picture of the house I wanted, how much I wanted in savings, quotes, affirmations, and things like that. And it really did, a lot of that came true. I mean, I'm still looking for love, but I have love in other areas, and I try to remember that. I try to be really grateful for that. But it is one of my aspirations, and I'm not afraid to say that. So with that being said, this year I had a student reach out to me, and she was like, hey, I know you were talking about getting a group together to make vision boards via Zoom. Are you still doing that? And I was like, yeah, I do. I haven't had time. I haven't had a weekend available since the beginning of the year to really do this. And so I thought, why not open this up outside of my friend group and give this to other people? So with that being said, if you're interested in making a vision board with us, we would love to have you on Zoom. And I'm actually going to tell you, even if you don't want to join, what you can do to start manifesting via a vision board. Everything you want, everything you want to be, the type of person you want to be, what you want to have in your life, your goals for you, put that on a vision board. So whether that's relationships, whether that's travel, finances, affirmations, personal and professional goals, health and well-being, whether it's your mental, your physical, anything that you have a goal for yourself, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, what do you want for yourself? Put that on your board. That is crucial. Everything, because if you see that daily and you see what you're working towards, you're going to start manifesting it, even if it's just in the back of your mind subconsciously. So I highly, highly recommend that. What you want to do is place it somewhere you're going to see every day. So for me, I have my affirmations on my fridge. That's more for my health. I have affirmations on my desk. I have affirmations also in my bathroom, but it's even down to my watch. I have the background on my watch is remember why you started. And then I have you can change the bottoms and you can put little motivational. They have this app, motivation app, and it will change every time you click on your watch with little affirmations at the very bottom of your watch. And so even those daily things I read to myself and I remind myself of these affirmations, and it's powerful. I can see the transformation in my mind. I can say that. So I had one friend just put say yes on her desktop. She wanted to say yes more, do things more out of her comfort zone and really transform who she was. She was highly introverted. She didn't really go out much. And with the pandemic, you really can't go out much. But she was always stopping herself from moving forward. And so she put that reminder, say yes, say yes. Mine is more like, you get to do this. You don't have to do this. You get to. You have this ability to do this that a lot of people don't get. You get to get on the phone. You get to do things. And so I have to remind myself, it's not a have to, it's I get to. It all is talking about how you talk to yourself, how you think of things. And it also makes you hate things a little less that you have to do. So you get to say, I get to do this. It just is a matter of changing your positive mindset. So with that being said, what I do recommend is joining us. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm probably going to do this in the beginning of February just because we have the retreat this weekend that Laura and I are co-hosting for real estate investors. And the next weekend, I really need to work on getting my house organized a little more. I have most of my Christmas stuff down, but I really need to get this tree down today before the student meeting tonight, or they're going to laugh at me. But with that being said, I want to get some stuff. But what I do recommend is joining us for this vision board. You can comment below interested and I will personally message you and we'll set up dates and times. And the ones that I see the most people that can be there for it, I'll set up a date for that. Tell me if it's easier on the weekday, if it's easier on the weekend for you. What you're gonna need is, and I wrote some notes because I didn't want to forget, is you're definitely gonna want something to put your vision board on, whether it's a cork board, whether it's a poster board, whether it's a magnetic board, something where you can hang it easily for you, and all in one spot, because that's important. You're gonna need glue or tape or whatever you're gonna need. Double stick tape is probably what I'm gonna use. All of that. You're going to need scissors so that you can cut things up. And you're gonna need, if you wanna pre-make before the meeting, like affirmations and print those out, you can do that. Or if you already have some, like I collect them. I collect little sayings and stuff like that, like little cards that come in the mail, and it's like really cute and it has an affirmation. Or I used to have this desk calendar that gave you daily affirmations. That was a few years ago, and I would rip off the ones I liked. And that kind of thing, you can take that. You're gonna need markers and erase posters, let me see, pins if you're going to use a cork board, photos, magazines, that kind of stuff. If you want to do this digitally, you can, because you want to make it your background. Now, you could just take a picture of it and make it your background on your phone. But if not, I have created really like random backgrounds through Canva, and I would just post or cut and paste a bunch of stuff onto it to make it a background. But what I plan on doing is just taking pictures of it and putting it as my background on my phone and on my computer, so it's something I see every single day. I can't tell you the power of manifestation. Trust me when I say I know how woohoo that sounds, okay? I know, and I was the first to look at my mom, Laura, like she was crazy when she would tell me this stuff 5 years ago. And you know, when you're going through, right, you don't want to hear all that kind of stuff. You really don't. I mean, sometimes you do, you need the encouragement, but usually when you're in a negative headspace, as much as you know you want to get out of it, you kind of get stuck in that negative headspace. And you start thinking of what all could go wrong, what all is bad going on, and what else could go wrong. What else can happen? Honestly, nothing worse could happen. That is something you never want to say, because it can always get worse if you think that way. Instead, turn it around and think of what good could happen. What is the universe or God trying to teach me, depending on what you believe in? That's vital. That's really, really vital. What am I learning right now? And I'm not the queen of being super positive. I have my moments. I have my moments where I sit there. I was telling my cousin the other day, you know, how I manifest in my house. And I said, I may still cry sometimes, but at least I'm crying from a better house with a canal behind me. Like, I say stupid stuff like that, but it's like, even through the midst of being upset, I try to think positive of what is different than where I was just a few years ago. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. So I just wanted to kind of come on here, invite you guys to the vision board session. I'm going to try for the very beginning of February, because I still want it to be at the beginning of the year when you are really heightened and really trying to reach your goals. And honestly, by February, a lot of people have already started slipping. So I think it's really good to kind of sit there again and redo where you're trying to keep your goals alive. And I have a lot of goals for myself. I sat down over the weekend in between auctions and rewrote the goals that I wrote at the beginning of the year on New Year's Eve. And I'm probably going to do that every month, where I rewrite my goals. But I'm going to start checking off the ones I do. So I'll still write them, but I'll check it off, because you'll see, write it and press done. And so it's going to be a good feeling. So thank you for joining on. I hope, even if you decide not to join the vision board, that maybe you got something from here that kind of helps out with your mindset. I have a ton of books I can recommend to you. Maybe I'll do a mindset on that. If you guys want, you can comment below. Yes, I would love that. So I'll know the difference between interested and who wants to be part of that, and who would like me to go on and share books that I've read that have really transformed my life and how I think. But other than that, thank you for listening. And we do monthly mindset calls as well. If you want to be a part of that, you can PM me your email and you can get on that, and we'll make sure we email you as well. So thanks, everyone. Let's start this week off right. Write down your goals for the week and make them realistic so that you can achieve them. And I'll talk to you soon.